Okay, in this one I want to show us how to make a table of data from linear functions. You can make them very fast using the slope, much faster than any other kind of function. Let's look at this first example over here. I picked y equals 2x plus 7. I can see there that the slope is 2. Now how do we usually start? We usually start by making x's and y's, and we pick the x's to be evenly spaced, and normally we could just plug in the y's, but what I'm going to do is just plug in just one of those numbers. I'm going to plug in -1 and I get a 5. The rest of the numbers I'm going to get from the slope, and this is how. We know that m is equal to delta y over delta x, but I already know the slope. I want delta y. So what I do is I take this equation, I solve for delta y, I get delta y equals m times delta x. Well, the m is 2, and we chose the delta x's so they're 3, so you can see in this table the delta y is always going to be 6. So from 5 I add 6, I get 11, I add 6, I get 17, I add 6, I get 23, and that's always going to be the way it is with linear data. As long as the x's are evenly spaced, you're going to be able to fill out the y values real quickly once you just get the first one. Now, you can also do this a lot of times and get nice data even though the equation looks pretty ugly. So for in this example, I chose a pretty ugly equation. I picked y equals -7/10 x plus 3/5. Now I didn't just plug in 0 or something and get an icky answer. I wanted to look hard and find something to see if I couldn't find a nice number. And after a bit of looking, I found that when I plugged in 8, I got -5 for an answer, which is awesome. So I have my first nice thing, even though the equation looks pretty ugly. I'm going to go back over here in my equation where I have delta y equals m times delta x, and I know the slope is -7/10. And what I wanted to do was pick delta x so that the 10 would cancel. So I picked delta x to be 10, and then I will see that the delta y's are always -7. So as long as I pick delta x 10, well, here we go. What does it mean for delta x to be 10? I just keep adding 10, adding 10, adding 10. And this equation right here says as long as you keep adding 10s and the x side, the y side is just going to keep going down by -7 each time. And you see that you get really nice looking numbers even though the equation looks icky by using the slope in a good manner.